Good afternoon, my name is Ilse Vasquez. Today students will be learning how to create two-digit numbers and how to compare them by using the Alligator Method. This is very useful as this helps them with the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. So first of all, we have to know what makes a two-digit number. So a two-digit number consists of two numbers, one in the tens spot, one in the ones spot. Using that knowledge, students will create two-digit numbers which they can compare by using the symbols greater than, less than, and equal to. So to begin, the students will be split into two different groups in which they would create teams. Each team will have two numbers which they will combine to create a two-digit number which they will compare, in which the team that has the greater number gets the points. So, for example, we're going to take the numbers 7 and 5. There is two ways in which you can write this. 75 and 57. So looking at these numbers, students will have to figure out what number goes in the tenth spot and what number goes in the one spot in which they arrange themselves to create the greater number. So in this case, we have the same numbers, yet at the same time different. So the pink team would take the point since the 7, or the greater number of the 2, is in the 10 spot rather than the 1 spot. Whereas over here, the 5 is in the 10s rather than in the 1s. So using your alligator method, you have to take in mind that the alligator always wants the bigger number to satisfy himself. So in this case, 75 is eaten by the alligator because 75 is greater than 57. And sentences are always read from left to right. So now let's take this number. If we turn them around and flip them, now you have 75 to 75. Now the alligator no longer wants this one. Now the alligator wants both of them, in which it reads 75 is equal to 75. Now let's take another number. Now, how about we take the 5 off and we put a 2? Well, now you have a smaller number over here in which you have a 2 in the 1 spot and a 5 in the 1 spot. Now, this mixes things up because you no longer have to look at the tens place. If not, you look at the 1 spot. This helps you determine which one is greater. In this equation, 5 is greater than 2. So this switches it up to where 72 is not equal to or greater than, if not less than, 75. Now, let's say we take off the 2 and add an 8. Well, now, still not looking at the 10 spot, but the 1 spot, 8 is greater than 5. This means that 78 is greater than 75. So this is a quick little lesson in which they can both learn what is a two-digit number and which one is greater, looking at both the 10th spot and the 1 spot. So to create this little lesson, you will need index card, a marker which they can write their numbers with, and baggies which they can keep their little supplies in. Following this group activity individually, they will be handed out a sheet in which they will have two different numbers and alligators which they can cut out, in which they can determine whether the first number or the second number is greater. Thank you for watching.